Thank you, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I have a question about your civilization.
Yes.
Do members of your civilization often interact with beings of a much, much, much higher density than your own?
Much?
Or...
Yes.
Okay, great. If so, can you describe them in a way that we would be able to understand?
Generally speaking, you will find that beings of the idea you call seventh density will be mostly energy constructs, energy forms. They will be patterns of light and electromagnetic or electromagnetheric energy. They may present themselves in a variety of ways that again are representative of the symbols of the consciousness of the other civilization they are communicating with. Therefore, sometimes the beings that we interact with of that level actually appear to us as multifaceted crystals floating in the air. Because that is the overall consensus reality of what they represent, a multifaceted representation or aspect of all that is.
Thank you. What have you learned from them recently which has assisted in your own individual growth and evolution?
Oh, thank you. One of the things we have learned from them recently, as you say, in terms of time, is the idea of how, because in a sense they function as our higher minds, how we can experience their level of reality more and more and more and more in what might be called the lower vibratory levels. What interpretations we can recognize as aspects of their reality that are capable of manifesting in our reality, and to interact with them in ways that would let us know we are interacting with them, even though they will be cloaked in manifestations of our reality. They are telling us how to see through our own symbols more and more and more to the pure essence of their being. This is, in your language, difficult to describe beyond this point as to how we would perceive their true essence. But the closest approximation perhaps would be as an infinitesimal spark of light in an endless void of emptiness.
Excellent.
And yet, at the same time, knowing that the infinite void of emptiness is also contained in that infinitesimal spark of light.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another topic. Sorry, I'm dying to know this. Thank you for appearing in the movie Tuning In. There was also...
Well, I did not appear. The channel's body appeared in it.
Thank you for that clarification. There was also another channeler in the movie who claims to channel an extraterrestrial consciousness. And I've heard some audio from them that within the next 15 years, we will cease to have any currency and that we will no longer have a monetary system. I'm just curious to know your perspective on this.
As we read the collective energy now, sometime between your year of 2015 and 2033, you will begin to lay down the basis for the removal or shift or change of the monetary or economic system as it exists now, but that does not mean there will not still be some form of symbolic exchange in that time. So it may not manifest right away, but the foundation of it will begin to be laid in that time.
Okay, thank you.
That's how we would interpret it by reading the collective energy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard that there are currently many beings throughout the universe observing and watching us at this time.
Yes.
I'm just curious as to how they are observing us. Are they seeing through our eyes? Do they just simply have an aerial view? Are they among us and they're just invisible? Or do they observe us like they're watching reality TV?
All of the above and more.
Depends
on the being and from where they are observing.
Thank you. Excellent.
Remember, some beings observe by actually being among you in the sense of having lives, choosing lives among you. In that sense, you could say, I'm observing you that way, because the channel is my past life, or one of them, in your civilization.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's an observation. Other beings may be using ships. Other beings may simply be using their consciousness. Other beings may be doing this through different dimensional doorways and gates. There are as many ways of observing things as there are kinds of consciousnesses and beings. Okay. Does that help?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be watching you.